Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the CR&E Morning Brew. It's August 3rd, 2023. Good to see you all. Good to be back. Let's see who's in here. We got Grandpa Rails. Good morning. We get the breakfast bagel, the donut, whatever you want to call it. Good to see you here. I was watching Plumber last night a little bit. Did I understand right? Are you in Texas now for good? Are you done with everything in SoCal? Artie, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, you're probably gone already. Good luck with your procedure today. Hope all goes well. No worries. Hey, Joe, it's okay, man. I had to cut the grass today, too. Hey, good afternoon, Mike. Morning, Junction. I was just watching a video that George put up for the Railroad Dog. And Mike had won the old scale boxcar sound car from George's 1,000 sub giveaway, and he was gracious enough to gift it and pay it forward. So that's really awesome of you, Mike. Mike did that for me as well with Daryl's contest. So I think it was for his 10,000 subs. So Mike, you're just an awesome guy, man. Thank you for doing that for me, and also thank you for doing that with George's contest. And my buddy Jim, got a little package in the mail from Jim today. I'll show you, or the other day, I'll show you what he sent me here in a little bit. Let me say hi to everybody real quick. Ray Bertelson, morning to you. Brew Crew, I like that. I gotta get some shirts or something made up, or maybe I'll put that on, a cup. Maybe do the Brew Crew or something on there instead of Morning Brew, or the Morning Brew Crew. I don't know. Doesn't sound bad either. Let's see. Already, yeah, it's too slow, buddy. Too slow. I'm over and do it. Joe, you gotta go cut Artie's grass. If you're staying for long, you need to get to bed early so you can get everything and put a full day into the new section of layout. What a task to sort the room out in a bigger house. Well, you need to take the biggest bedroom, take the master bedroom, pull the trains in there, since it's just you living there, and put you in that bedroom. How many rooms you got now? You got more than one bedroom? Yeah, I hear you though, man. Even though I do have a decent sized room, I still wish I had more. River Raising Trains. How are you, Rick? Assuming this is my old scale buddy up in Michigan, Rick. Changed his name. What was the reason for that, man? No, you don't have to tell us if it's something personal. No biggie. I saw you on Plumbers last night. Came through Wednesday, and it confused me at first. Not hard to do. It does have a nice ring to it, Jim. Yeah. John Schofield, how are you? Morning. Yeah, unfortunately, Dennis, you didn't get the cookie this morning. Grandpa Rails beat you to it. That's all right. Maybe next time. Mason River Grazing runs through the middle of the city at Lick, and plus it was the site of the Civil War. Nice. That's right, that Crooked River. It's the Cuyahoga River in Cleveland. We always were taught that it's Native American. I don't know what tribe. I haven't really researched it, sadly to say. Cuyahoga means crooked of the river, Crooked River. So that runs right down the middle of town, and it splits east and west sides of town. Anybody that knows anything about Cleveland knows it's like you have a one city. We band together. Don't get us wrong, but we always have this east side, west side kind of little tip between each other. You know, which side of town is better, kind of thing. But it's kind of cool, though, Rick. Let's see. Dominic, good morning to you. I kind of have to be behind like I was 2 weeks ago. Can't beat it. Yeah, I'm usually off every Tuesday and Thursday. Once in a while, schedule gets a little goofed up, or I'll volunteer to make some changes to help out or things like that. Yeah, it's nice. For not being retired, it's about the best that I could do. I'm working 3 days a week. I'm full time, 312s, but it's about the best I can get away with. Kim wants to know if you're retired, Dennis. That's a good question, are you? Syracuse Row Fanning Production. Good morning to you. Mike's no good? Can you not hear me? This actually is newer mic. Make sure that's plugged in right. Or I know where it all is. I unplugged the wrong thing. I got an actual mic. Maybe I need to find a different one. It's just a cheap fee-find. It's like some off Amazon. It's nothing like overly fancy, but you already using the biggest bedroom? Hey, New Haven Rouse. Good morning to you. Try something else. How's that? Is that any better? I think maybe I was. Hey, good morning, Chris. Hero Daryl, how are you doing, buddy? I think I did not have the mic turned on. Machine friend. Okay, that's cool, Rick. Yeah, you don't have to go into it. I just was curious. I want to make sure I'm talking to the right guy, thinking of the right guy. You know what I mean? There's been some other Ricks around that haven't been as cool, man. Dwayne's Fork and Spoon. Good morning. Otter Creek runs just west of me and north. That's the name. There you go. That's kind of cool, man. That's an interesting topic. If anybody wants to throw that information out there this morning, how did you come up with the name of your railroad? Like, Otter Creek, Crooked River, and then now you got River Raisin trains named after a river as well, or a creek, a river, whatever. Jim already says he might miss the show tonight. He's got wood to cut. And it's supposed to rain. I'll email you. Oh, it's tonight that show? Is tonight the contest giveaway? I'm retired. I'm 410s Tuesday through Friday. I can retire, but can't afford it right now. Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm not quite there age-wise yet, or financially, Hopefully by the time another 10 years roughly, I'm hoping. Part of the War of 1812. Okay. Interesting. Hey, Jason. Good morning, buddy. Hope you're doing well today. Good to see you in here. Yeah, this I think was a setup that I got from Rick the tree. And where's he been? I haven't seen him around. But I didn't have the mic on. Yeah, Dennis, that's it. I went into my settings and realized that I must have been on the computer microphone. So hopefully this sounds better. If I can ever get to the end of this, I will find out. Hey, Dave, Carolina Foothills. Good to see you, buddy. Hope everything's well with you. Anthony, Georgia Sunbelt. My buddy Anthony hooked me up with some more pecan coffee. So got that in the mail this week. So thanks, Anthony. That's what I'm enjoying today. Kathy says thank you as well. She loves that stuff. Hey, Anthony, you might already be gone. Who knows? Before my grandson shows up and I lose the TV rights for the day. Isn't that the truth, man? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm naming one of my businesses here, Frank's Truck Repair. I might change it though. My dad had a small trucking company. He was a truck driver his whole life, owned his own trucks and stuff. And okay, Jim, that's what it was. I didn't have this turned on the settings. Somehow I must have got off those settings or clicked the wrong thing earlier. So hopefully it sounds better. Although I don't think this is the best sound either. So I may keep looking around, see if there's something. It's not going to break the bank. That would still be good. Jason, honestly, if you wouldn't mind, if you have links to the stuff you got that Heath recommended, if you want to either post them here or just send them to me on my phone, I'll take a look at that. 20 and 15. Yeah, guys, hit that like button if you don't mind. Appreciate it. Always helps out. Sue was eating a pudding and I was having a ham sandwich. So we joined them together to make Put Ham Junction. Ah, there you go. Put Ham Junction. Here, I thought that was like an actual place or something. Huh? What a dummy. Like somewhere over in England or whatever. Sounds like it could be. You know, totally sounds like it could be like a city or a town. A little bird or something. So you had all the timber and the long links, but I forgot to get the cross pieces. That's funny. There's always something, man. There's always, oh man, and you can't even find a scrap piece of wood that will work, you know. You have to go buy a whole new piece of timber. Okay, good. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I must have clicked something wrong. Yeah, imagine that. Wow, Lashanda, good morning. Wesley Jordan, I'm from Merrillville, Indiana. Well, welcome. Welcome. Not too far from Ohio. Let's see, what's Train Freak talking about? 4 times might be longer days, but you get the extra day to recoup. And with me working banker hours, it's hard to run errands without having to take time off or use lunch breaks. Very true. But I'm 312s, same thing. I could go to 410s. It would be more money for me. However, I'm not as worried about that so much. Yeah, it would help. But it's not like I have so much money I don't need it. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to sound that way. But it is nice to have 2 extra days off. So I have actually 4 days a week off. So I'm off more than I work, which my wife calls me part-time because of that. Because she works 5 days, you know, like 5/8, more like 5/10s, really. A lot of days.
John, 2618. I see you there somewhere there. Morning, Dave, everyone. Maple pecan coffee this morning for me. This is not maple pecan, but it is pecan. Courtesy of my buddy George's Humboldt, Anthony. He was on a trip and was in Texas and picked up a bunch of it, asked me if I wanted some, and he picked me up a couple bags and shipped it up to me. So thank you again, Anthony. It came quick. He just told me about it Monday, and I got it yesterday. So I was surprised how fast it came. Also, I don't remember, Jim, if I got this Monday or over the weekend. It might have been over the weekend. So I have my second Crooked River unit. It's another GP35. It does have a beacon in it that works. With the Tsunami 2, all I had to do was I had ordered those from Detail. What is Detail? Here's the package. I'm going to pull it up. These are Flasher Stratolite Detail Associates. It was off of eBay, I think. There's a 2-pack of them. So I just had to drill it out, but I was able to stick a small LED up in there. And with the Tsunami 2, you can have it do the flash. So you don't actually have to buy a flashing beacon. You could use the decoder to do it. And thank you, Jason, the Train Freak, for helping me get that all set up, because I got it all wired up and everything, was having a hard time programming it to actually work. And he took some time, and he'll tell you how sick I was. He could barely hear me or understand what I was saying. Every other word I was cutting out. But he stuck in there with me, and he helped me figure out what I was doing wrong programming. For those that don't know, Jason is a certified installer of Tsunami soundtracks, decoders, or just soundtracks in general. So he was gracious enough to pro bono help me out with that. Thanks, John. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, I'm happy with it. I have 2 units. This is 324. It's my daughter's birthday, and my other one over there is 51, my son's birthday, 51. Should have done 501, but I wasn't thinking of it in that terms at the time. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I know you're a busy guy, and you always appreciate the time you're able to take when you're able to take it. Anyways, so where are they at? From DigiKeys, I ordered speakers, or basically mini cube or sugar cube, whatever speakers. But they don't come with enclosures. So I ordered a set of enclosures, from the kit that comes with the different pieces and stuff. For this is ESU, but it fits these fit it. And I'm like, every time I got to order these damn things to fit, I mean, it's like $15 to $20 for just this is all I need. I have the speaker, so it's stupid. So I was talking to Jim Tedesco, my 3D printing guy. I said, if I send this to you, so can you 3D print me some enclosures? So that's what I did. I went ahead, I sent that with him. I put the speakers in there so he knew exactly how it goes together. And this is the size I need, because it comes with different, so, you can make it as deep as you are able to. The deeper you get, the better sound you get, I believe. It took him a couple of days. And he printed them out, sent them back. Works out real nice. They work great. This locomotive I just showed you has that in there. And it's working good. So thank you for that. So I think it was Saturday. I opened the box. I saw these like near the top, and there was a pretty big box. I'm like, why is this such a big box? But I didn't think it was in a hurry that day, so I just opened it to make sure it was what I thought it was. So I get to digging through the box because I was going to throw the box out, and Jim sent me a flat car. Now the Crooked River and Eastern has something from the Millennium County Railroad on it. So thank you again, Jim. That's awesome. Love the color and everything. This is all 3D printed. Jim does all this 3D print. Well, I mean, I get the wheels and stuff he bought, and the couplers, of course, but like the trucks are 3D printed, I believe, and the rest of the cars all 3D printed. And he painted it and everything for me and decaled it. I really appreciate that, man. I really do. That's awesome. I guess I mentioned it enough times that I would love one. And thank you. It runs well. I got it all set up on the roster. Got a car card made for it and everything. And ready to go. Black coffee for me. God would have wanted pecans or sugar stuff in coffee. He would have put it in the bean. Yeah, no, I get you. Usually I'm just fine with just regular old, black, non-flavored coffee. But this is a nice treat. You ought to give it a shot. It's nice. It tastes good. It smells good, too. It's a nice change up. I get from Freedom Hill, I got a cherry. It's called Cherry Orchard, I think. It's a cherry flavor in it. I get a different one. It's called Beyond Black. I like from Black Rifle, and then they also have one that's called Blackbeard's Delight, and it has a little bit of a bit of cocoa flavor in it. A little bit. You can just a little tinge of it, but it's good. I always like trying different stuff, different coffees. Yeah, Daryl, it was awesome. It really helped. No, we're just talking nice stuff about you, Anthony. You didn't miss anything. Hey, there's Fred. How you doing, man? Either I'm not getting your notifications or you haven't been putting much up the last week or so. So I have to go and hunt you down and make sure that I haven't missed anything. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. That was really nice of you. You didn't have to do that. And thank you for doing the enclosures as well. Jim's printed a lot of stuff for me. Eventually, you'll see more of it as I actually start building more, actually doing more detail work. Because a lot of the stuff he's printed for me has been detail work, like trash bins, container trailers, containers, stuff like that. So I have a lot of stuff from Jim. Anfield, I got a premiere video at 5 UK time today on a layout I went to see making tracks 3. Train layout is owned by Peter Waterman. All right, sounds good. I'll try to join in on that if I can. Hey, Dirk. How you doing, buddy? How's Steam and Steel? My buddy Dirk. Good to see you. You back in Ohio, or are you still traveling? You were out of town there for a while. Still have one lighting function left on that locomotive. What about adding some truck lights for night ops? It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad thought. Not a bad thought. Damn it, Jason. I'm trying to button these locomotives up and be done with them, damn it. I'm probably going to add the beacon to the other one, too. I just haven't done it yet. So I just bought, oh my God, I have so many projects and I just added projects. I was telling you guys, I put up a community post before, I think either while I was out last week sick or just before. Justin from Gooseland Railroad is trying to sell off a bunch of his stuff. He has a surgery that he's going to have coming up and it's going to miss a little bit of work. So he's been trying to sell it a little bit at a time. He's been thinking about selling it. And so he came over Sunday. I was feeling good. He came over. We did a little bit of he watched me do an op session. He was a little leery about doing it with me, but maybe next time. He just wanted to see how I operated. It was cool. It was fun. Side note, it's funny how you could take just a 5-car train. It'd take you an hour to switch all my industries with just those 5 cars. Sometimes you end up with 3 on the way back, 10 on the way back. Just depends how many you got to pick up. Anyhow, he brought this big tub of locomotives and cars. If you're in the 50-foot older era box cars, Pennsylvania, B&O, stuff like that, he's a guy. Got a ton of it, especially box cars. He's got probably about 8 or 10 of those like long 85-foot long the auto box cars. The long ones are, most of his stuff is like blue box, AccuRail, stuff like that. He's got a few things that are a little bit nicer, higher end, but they're all nice, good shape, Same thing with his locomotives. There are a lot of like Proto 2000s. There's a lot of those. Some like Bachman, some like Athearn, the earlier stuff. Some blue box, but also the ready to run, the earlier ready to run stuff. The ones that came like kind of like after the blue box era. So he came over, and somehow I ended up. Yeah, I do too, John. Somehow, mysteriously, some of this stuff ended up at my house. Don't tell my wife, Anthony. Just one video? Okay. Okay, Ben. How are you, buddy? So I'm going to go ahead real quick. I'm going to change this camera view. And I'll show you a couple of goodies I got. I didn't see Tammy in here this morning, I don't think. Tammy and Ray, unless I'm just behind again and they're here and I missed them. I mean, I know that's a shock. Oh, okay. So you're still trying. There you go. What do you think of those? Conrail's finally made an appearance. Those are some SD60Ms. They are Proto 2000s, non-sound decoders in them. I did put LEDs in them. I need to look at how these decoders, I'm not sure what kind of decoders they are, to be honest with you. They were DCC. Problem is that when they run by themselves, they run perfect. When I put them together, it's like they're sluggish. Like right now, I'm on speed step like 75 or 80. Well, I got my controller. How knows where that thing's at? Oh, there it is. But when they're running by themselves, they start out just fine at speed step 1 and everything. So there's got to be something. I got to probably program them under differently. I got to figure out a way to do that. Caboose I got from them also. This one actually has a red light on both ends of it. It's like battery operated. I got to tear it apart and see if it even works. You're talking about me. I don't know about all that. It's on the workbench. I'm working on it. I hoping to speaking of the devil. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. What do you think of those lights I put in there, Justin? They look pretty good, don't they? The thing with the protos, if you just throw DCC in it and don't do anything with the bulbs, it's too much. It'll blow the bulbs right away. So that's what happened. And so I just added LEDs in it. Hey, Curly. What's going on, buddy? Hey, man, I'm glad you enjoyed the boxcar, man. That was a great video, man. And literally, had me smiling, man. I was laughing. He just seemed so genuinely happy to get that. I'm sorry it took me so long to get you that. Yeah, back to you, Anthony. Yeah, I've been watching some videos because I had to kind of refresh my memory on how to use that Loke programmer. I haven't really used it in a while, so it's moving up the list, moving to the front of the line. Somebody dropped off some mystery gifts here to me, like I just told you, and then spent probably most of last weekend and Tuesday. Like I tore those down, tore them all apart, took the trucks all apart, cleaned it all up, cleaned out all the old grease, and re-greased everything, and get it all nice and running smooth. They run nice and quiet. No whining, no like gear grinding or nothing like that. Sometimes they get loud. Some of that older stuff. Get the hiccups, man. So yeah, but they're running good, man. I love them. It's a little older than the era I run. Conrail went out in '99. I guess I could patch them. I don't know if CSX took any of the SD60Ms or not off of Conrail, or if they're even around still in '99, to be honest with you. But I like them. I still do have some older equipment. I still will throw it up here and run it from time to time just because. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, those are running good. I got a couple other things up there from Justin, and slowly working on getting those all tore down and cleaned up, re-greased, all that. Why is that? What do you mean because they're not running right together? Is that why you said that? When I said they run so slow? Their speed match fine as far as speed matching goes. They're not fighting each other or nothing like that. It's just like when they're individual, speed step 1, they'll start rolling. Together, they don't really start rolling. I don't have any momentum or anything built in them or nothing like that. I kept it all at 0 just to see, if maybe that was an issue. I mean, literally, I had about 20 or so for them to start moving. So it's a little weird. I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. Never claimed to be an expert at this stuff, guys. Hey, Broomy. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, I agree, John. They do run great. I think it was Proto. Was it the Jeeps, like the GP7s, 9s? Those are the ones that were having the cracked gear issues, I think, back in the day. But these are good. Actually, I have another Proto. He gave me this one back. It was one that was mine originally. It's a GP SD9, Baltimore, Ohio. And I just got done cleaning that up. I got to put lights in it, though. I sell some of your old cheap 3-row cars eventually to get some new stuff. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Well, who took Proto? Was that Walters now? Did they take over the Proto brand? When they, it's been a while ago now, but. And then. Does Atlas still make locomotives? I have some old Atlas stuff. Got a couple of GP38s up there and some U-boats up there that run really good. Although, I don't feel like they have the power. Maybe it's just the decoders that are in there. It's whatever was in there. I put I just put a basic motor function Digitrax or something in there. When I got them, they were like DCC ready. And in the beginning, that's all I was doing was just to plug and play. Bam. Now those ready to rolls, I have a couple of those. The ones that Justin has are ones that I hardwired in like a Digitrax, like 126 or whatever, just motor function and lights. And those were some of the first ones I did. So I told him if he wants me to, I could try to upgrade them a little bit and do a little neater of a job. Not that it was a bad job, it just not very neat. And I look back on my work. Yeah. First of all, hello, Mike. Try looking at the V start value to get the engines moving when you want. Yeah, but isn't there some way you have to do the programming, like when they're like in consist together? Because they're in a consist. So I've never been really good at doing much with that when they're in a consist. Like the V start is fine individually. I mean, they move right away individually, but when I consist them together, that's when I have the issue with them being very sluggish to start. And then I feel like right now they're not running that fast. Like they're running scale speed probably, but speed step wise, I think I got them on like 80 out of 126. Well, you're way better than me, and that's why several Tennessee River Union engines are in CR&E shops. This is true. And hopefully after your trip, you'll get a few bucks together and we can get those converted over. Walters bought up Lifelike, and Proto is their top tier line. Yeah, well, these Lifelikes, I'll tell you, they're detailed, man. They really are. I mean, and for their time and for the cost of these, like even brand new back then, it's really, they're top notch, man. Yeah. No, I know Atlas still makes HO cars. I don't think much of them, but they do. I don't know that they make locomotives anymore. Maybe they do. I just haven't, go for another cup of coffee. There you go. That's my guy. So finished installing 4 decoders in my FT units, ABBA. Okay, cool. Okay, thanks, Jason. Eventually, I will probably upgrade these to sound. Probably if I get the consisting right. Maybe I'd only do sound in one of them. Maybe if I'm going to keep them consistent together all the time. Hope the new Wi-Fi DCS unit gets shipped at the end of the month, like the rumor I hear. I'm wanting it. Okay. That's a control system, I'm assuming, for O scale. Fox Valley are super detailed. Okay. I don't have any Fox Valley. I don't have any Intermountain, like locomotives or anything like that. Good morning, everyone in the chat. And Dave. Hey, Tammy. There you are. I was wondering if you were going to pop in. Atlas is making O-scale engines. They bought some of the NTH tooling. That's cool. That's cool. Good to see that MTH will still, in theory, be around just by, between scale trains buying up stuff and then apparently Atlas. So I got this card in the mail. Probably last week, but like I said, I wasn't on. So, but I got this from Tammy and Ray. Nice little card here. Ray wanted to say Happy July, so it's been a little bit ago. Really neat card. Thank you for that. And sent me a nice picture of Ray. I don't know if he's at a train show or a train store, maybe. I'm guessing is that a Tennessee? Is that a Tennessee Volunteers hat? Is that what that is, or what? Good picture of Ray. Nice looking kid. Looks like he's having fun. Some kind of train, something. Train show, train store, maybe. I don't know. But thank you guys. I appreciate that. Again, I meant to, obviously I wasn't on last week at all, so I didn't get this to show that off and say thank you. I'll add it to all the other goodies that we've gotten from Tammy and Ray. You can use different brand decoders because NMRA standards if that brand follows those standards. But I try to stick to one brand because the stuff will work whether it's sound or not. Yeah, like if I was to do it, I would buy a Tsunami 2 and then buy off of your recommendation like a non-sound that would be very compatible through soundtracks or whatever, with as a non-sound to go with the sound. You know what I'm trying to say, dang it. Doesn't Scale Trains own produce Fox Valley? I think they do some Fox Valley and N Scale, I think. I think they do their N Scale stuff. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know anything about N Scale. I know they do some good N Scale stuff, but I don't know much. Yeah, I'm not sure about that school there in Knoxville. Talking about Tennessee. The train show in Charlotte, North Carolina, and yes, Tennessee Volunteers. All right. They had a good team last year, man. They weren't at the bottom of the SEC for once. Boy, what the heck, man? You guys are college football fans. It's getting stupid out here, man. Now the Big Ten's talking about adding Cal and Oregon and Washington and Stanford. I even heard a rumor about Clemson and Florida State. I'm like, what the hell? Don't get me on that. Don't get me on my grinds my gears, man, because I am a college football fan. I'm a football fan in general. The Browns are playing tonight for anybody that's a Browns fan. Probably not many of you guys, but preseason Hall of Fame game, they're playing the Jets. So I know Jason's a big Arkansas fan. He's back. So college football was such a regional thing, It was like the Big Ten was always like around the Great Lakes and Midwest. Big 12 was always like Midwest and like Texas up kind of Midwest. And then the Pac was West Coast and that, and SEC and ACC were kind of like East Coast and South. It's all goofy now, man. It's all goofed up. And that's what made it so fun because you had those rivalries between those schools, between those regions, like Ohio State hates Michigan, Michigan hates Ohio State. It's always like the game, It always has been the game anyhow. I just, look at we're friends. I'm a sore loser, man. Oh, lost your TV. Thanks for coming in, Anthony. Have a great day. All right, Dave. Listening in. All right. That's fine. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. There you go, Anthony. Anthony's on my side. You're even a fan unless you're a Browns fan. That's a true fan. Either stupid or just loyal. Probably stupidly loyal. Why I'm loyal, I don't know. I just born and raised, JD, you're talking my language, man. It's all about money and TV contracts. Now they're paying players and stuff, and it's like, what the hell? ain't enough that they get paid full rides to go to school. Even though I don't even know why they make them go to college anymore. I mean, you might as well just make it a farm system for the NFL and forget the college part of it. You know, damn well most of them are just getting some bullshit degree. They're getting free rides to go to college to play football. But I don't know. I don't have the answers. It's just being an old fart. I miss the old traditions. Like for me, growing up, you had the Super Bowl, of course, but it was the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl was the Super Bowl of college football. You know, for us Big Ten guys, you know, it was always Big Ten, Pac 10. Or probably, I think it was a Pac 8 back then. And that was it, man. It was, you know, Michigan or Ohio State or whoever out of the Big Ten playing USC usually or UCLA. Yeah, man, that was it. And the Rose Parade and all that stuff, all the pomp and circumstance. And I get it, times are different. And I say I don't like the fact that um, sorry, thought I saw someone wanted to talk. Yeah, it is all screwed up now. Um, yes, we are. It's hard to be a Browns fan, let me tell you. And it's not even the players; it's the freaking organization's just been crappy for 20 years now. You know, um, I understand why the players want to get paid, and the schools and these jersey companies and so on and so forth making money off of them guys left and right off of their jerseys and stuff. So I understand it, but just I don't know. I think it should be just needs to just stay pure. That's one thing I liked about college football. It wasn't there was used to be loyalty. Like you would go to the college, you would do your 4 years, three at least, then you would go off either to the NFL or you'd graduate and go on to your life. And, you know, it just was more pure than the NFL. It wasn't about money and contracts and strikes and holdouts and blah, blah, blah. You know, it was just more pure football. And, you know, now, I mean, I'm still going to watch it. I'm still a Buckeye fan, you know, 100%. Die hard, you know. But what are you going to do? I'm a Milwaukee guy. Okay. Listen, I'm a Big Ten fan, except for Michigan. I'll root for any Big Ten team in every bowl that they go to. And I want the Big Ten to do well. I get so sick and tired of hearing about the SEC and how they're the best conference ever and this and that. And they are. I mean, they really are. I want the Big Ten to get better so that they're more competitive. It only helps my Buckeyes out when they're playing competitive schools within the conference. Because if you're playing the Little Sisters of the Poor, I mean, you're not going to get any better playing them. Half the game's going to be backups anyways because you already ran 40 points up on them in the first quarter, you know? So what the hell is that doing for you? It's false confidence. So when you do got to play Georgia or you do got to go down and play Alabama or somebody like that, you know, you have to compete. Yeah, that's true. That's actually probably a little more pure because it's not as much about the money there. Yeah. Yeah. And that was your next sentence. True. Hey, James. Yep. Yep, Mike, you're right. And again, I understand it because they want to get drafted, but it's kind of BS at the same time. You went to that school to play football. They paid you. A lot of them are scholarship players and got full rides to college or mostly full rides to college. That's kind of like what you're giving in return, and they're giving you the education. The holdout is stupid unless you're actually injured. But again, that's a fan talking that wants to see all the good players play because you want them to win those games. Because when you win those games, new recruits coming say, "Hey, man, Wisconsin, man, they won the Big Ten this year. They won their bowl game. They look good. They got these guys coming back. They got these coaches. That's a whole other thing. Holy crap, what they pay these coaches." Jim, am I doing okay with my rant? Um, uh, it's ridiculous. I mean, millions of dollars. But that's how you get the recruits in, and that's how you get the money in, because that keeps the boosters happy, and that keeps the tickets selling, and blah blah blah. And all these other sports and programs that these colleges are supported mostly by your football programs. If it's a big program like Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, Georgia, so on and so forth. Basketball, probably to a certain extent. Some schools are big basketball schools. I'm not a basketball fan, so I can't really speak to that. But then the kid that just wants to go to college to get an education can't afford to even go because it costs so damn much money, because you're paying all this freaking bullshit for shit you don't need. I mean, you take classes you don't need, so you're more well-rounded. And well-rounded, you're just more brainwashed. I wish it was about the game instead of, yeah, for sure. Well, that's exciting. When you say soon, is that today soon? Next Monday soon? What are we talking about, man? Yeah. If I remember, they had some down years in those years, didn't they not, Dave? Now, the Browns, about 1980, 81, they were the cardiac kids, 80, 81. And then we had the Bernie Kosar years. That's the last, they were doing okay into the early 90s, right before they moved. You assholes in Baltimore stole my team. I want them back. My damn team back. You take the expansion crap team we've had for 20 years. I think that's what makes it more sour for us. That worthless owner, instead of the NFL making him sell the team because he couldn't afford it, they allowed him to move. And I'm not saying the city wasn't without fault, don't get me wrong. But yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, tickets are crazy. Yeah. Well, hey, where'd Saban start? He was under Bill Belichick with the Cleveland Browns before they moved. Cleveland was on the verge of a Super Bowl. In fact, it was only a couple years after they left, and some pieces were added, don't get me wrong. But when they won their first Super Bowl in Baltimore, he was building something good here, man. Yeah, Indiana, Illinois, Little Sisters of the Poor, man. Maryland, Rutgers. Which I didn't understand that move either, man. Come on. They wanted that market, man. I like the Bearcats. I like the Bearcats. Georgia could kiss my ass. But I like the Bearcats. And I'm just kidding around when I say that kind of stuff, guys. It's all fun. It's a sport. It's football. I'm not going to be your friend because you're a fan of Michigan or Georgia or whoever, I unfriend you. South Bend has a college. I don't know. Ohio State plays them. First game at South Bend. Touchdown Jesus. He might be crying a little bit, though. Did I build a gate? Yeah, there's a gate right there. Right over my shoulder over here. Right here. I'm going to leave it in most of the time. It comes out, but I'm going to leave it in most of the time. It's high enough to duck under. It's not too bad. So I'm gonna cut it and everything, like the track and stuff, so it can be lifted out. Um, but I think for the most part I'll leave it in just because it's easier. And when I first put that in there, the board I used, like it was a new board, but it was in the garage, so it was a little wonky. So I actually screwed it down so that it would get hopefully straighten out that way. But hey, real buddy, train crazy nomad and traveler, how are you? Let's see. Packers were awful forever. Successful seasons if they won at least one game against the Bears. Yeah, I feel you, man. It was always the Bengals were the bottom back in the '80s. The Bengals were and it's funny because they've been to more Super Bowls than we have, But they were always kind of the butt of all the jokes, really, back then. Somehow they squeaked in the Super Bowl 82, 83, something like that, I believe. And but we never used to have any trouble really beating them. Who else do we have? Pittsburgh was always tough. And Pittsburgh's just one of those organizations. I hate them for it. Jealous of them for it. They've always just had the organization is organized. And they know what the hell they're doing. So even a down season isn't like long. They bounce back quick. Yeah, that's cool, Jason. You sent me a picture of a tractor trailer that has the Arkansas Razorbacks. That's cool. I've seen the actual Buckeye one. I'm sure somebody makes it. Hey, Simon. That's fine, man. I understand everybody's busy. It's summertime and trying to get things done. I feel like the summertime is like wintertime. You're waiting to get to summer, and then spring. You're getting everything ready for summer and enjoy it, like your patio and everything. Then summertime is just waiting to get everything put away for wintertime. In between being busy and enjoying things. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Jason. I like that. I don't know if I can get it to show up. Let's see. Let's see if I show. Yeah, this camera, man, I like it, but I can't get a good. I think I don't want to focus. So is that 187 scale, Jason? Looks like it is. That's pretty cool, though. I should see if I can find the Buckeyes one. Let's see. My lift bridge turned out pretty good. All the terrain is glued down. Going to Hobby Lobby to get some black cardboard for the pavement for the truck terminal sometime today. Okay. Nice. Hey, Mike. So, some news on the passport. I got the passport last Saturday. I mentioned that a while back. I had applied for that. So I asked for the Friday off. So September 16th is that OVR meet, greet, whatever you want to call it up there at OVR, Otter Valley, up in Canada. So we'll be going up for that. At least that's the plan. I have the proper paperwork now, the passport. And so that's good. And Jim T, not worried about contest. Status of your building progress. Yeah, I am totally interested in those. If you can get those built the way you say you can, where you can literally just drop those things in to connect a couple wires, and then it'll work. You know, are you gonna have sensors and stuff on those or what? You know, if it's all together, especially if it's all basically put together. Um, yeah, James. Hopefully you'll be there. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I met Mike when he came down to Amherst last January, and Lauren, a couple of the other guys that were with them. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. Um, yeah, there you go. September 16th, there'll be our manufacturers pop-up event. Yeah. Hopefully they have some good deals. I believe my buddy Anthony is planning on coming up as well. Him and I are going to meet up here. He's going to probably hang out with me for a day here, and we're going to head up there together. I believe Wigwag he's planning on it. I don't know if he's got everything figured out yet, but he was also talking about going up. So should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. I've been wanting to get up there to see you guys. I've just been putting off the passport forever and ever. And then I finally went ahead and did it. And then I was worried I wouldn't have been early enough. So I did the expedited. I paid the extra money and I got it. So I'm glad I did that. But turns out it's going to be okay to have the passport. So my son, he re-enlisted for another 3 years, and he will be going to South Korea. He wanted to go to South Korea, so he's going to go over there with the 2nd Infantry Division, and he'll be over there in Seoul. Sometime in January he'll go. So that's kind of exciting. I'm happy for him. He could either stay all 3 years or go year by year. If he only goes, like, say, 1 year and comes back, there's like a 80 or 90% chance he'll go to Fort Carson in Colorado. So, yeah. So we're looking forward to that. I'm happy for him. You know, if he stays more than a year, we may have to look at traveling over there. I'd love to see South Korea, but we were looking at tickets, and they're almost $2,000 a piece right now. So that's a little pricey, man. All right, Jimmy. We'll try to catch you tonight, buddy. And keep me posted on those crossing gates, man. Because if you can make that work, bud, I bet you a lot of us will take them, because those damn crossing gates are ridiculously pricey, and not just the gates, it's and the signals, it's the damn the sensors and all that stuff. It's a lot. So I mean, I'm sure there'll be more than just me interested in those. If it's something you think you can not say mass produce, but you know what I mean. Starting today, what does that mean? Oh, never mind. Yes, Dave asked you, are you getting settled in? All right. I forget there's another Dave in here. Well, that's good to hear. Getting settled in. I don't know if you answered me before. I'm assuming that you're in Texas now. You're no longer have to work, or I think you were finishing up time or something at the job or something, if I remember you saying. That's why you briefly had to go back to SoCal, finish some things up, but you're in Texas for good now? Like permanently now? That's good. Good move, man. Yeah. I mean, there's some systems out there, but they're pricey, man. Too much money for that shit. Not when you have so much else to do, especially like, James, you're getting ready to start. So you got all the lumber you got to get, all the other stuff. And, and if you could set a lot of the wiring and like your detection stuff and everything up ahead of time, I recommend it. I did some of that, and then I don't know if I did enough of it, but I did some of it at least. Just makes it easier later, especially when the bench work's all open. It's easier to run wire and stuff without a tabletop, and you don't have to be down underneath it. That's the worst, man. It's such a pain. So, yeah, Yeah, no, you keep telling me about OCC. I'll have to look into it more, Jason. Maybe we'll talk more about it. We have wiring too, no doubt. Wiring, $40 for 100 foot. All wire gauge 14. Oh wow. Yeah. It's all that stuff you don't think about. That and screws. Screws, man. Oh. I had to go buy a box of screws. I was crying. Plus, when I was finishing this thing, the last couple sheets of plywood I bought to finish this so I could finish running the main line. It was like $70 a sheet. It was when the lumber prices were out of this world. I'm sure they're going to go up again now with all these fires up there in Canada, I would think. Hey, Squirrels Magnet Fishing and Outdoors. Good morning. Coastal control, lighting, buildings, and enabling disable on fast clock system. Now, can it all be wired like out of one thing? Or, I mean, you have to have one for signal, each signal, and, can one handle several buildings? I guess I have to look into it. Yeah. Like I have red and black, and then I have a 12 gauge or 12 volt bus. It's white and blue. I just have white and blue, so I use white and blue. But yeah, just the one black and red color. I have them. I'll wear it on one bus. Okay. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it in the morning. I'd like to get something accomplished today. Maybe I'll finish working on a couple of these locomotives. I don't know. But if anybody's interested, hit me up, and I could get you Justin's information. He's not trying to get rich off this stuff. He's just trying to get a little recoup of what he paid for it. He's got some Chessie stuff. He's got Pennsylvania stuff. He's got some Seaboard in there. He's taking good care of it. Most of it's in boxes. A lot of his blue box stuff don't have boxes, but most people don't have boxes for those. So yeah, I could get you in touch with Justin if you're interested in any stuff. Help him out. You could use a hand if you're interested. If you think you may be looking for something, maybe give him a look first. You might find something you need or like, and then give him a little help too. I'd appreciate it. I know he would as well. So, anyways, I will try to catch you guys tonight on Jim Tedesco's channel. See who wins these contests and see what he's got going on over there. I think it will be Tony this coming week on Track Tuesday coming up. Not sure who's doing Cab Crew Wednesday. I'm not sure. Is it James? Is it Mike on Monday, or is it you? It was just you this week, wasn't it? I don't know. I have to hook up my other two block detectors. I have one. I got the whole system on a circuit breaker, I guess. And then I have two more that I have to actually divide this thing up somehow. I got to figure out how I want to do it. Hey, Kyle. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to you. Same thing with you, Closet Branch. Hello. You always seem to come in when I'm getting off. Sorry. Yeah, but if you're going to run it, James, you might want to get with Jason ahead of time just to see what's involved in it, because you might be able to plan ahead with your wiring and stuff, which would be ideal. And I mean, obviously you could do it after the fact, but it might be easier as far as if you already have it in place. Hey, there's CSX Productions. I've been on an hour, a little over an hour. You're just used to Jim Tedesco doing his 3-4 hour shows every week now. That's right. I go to bed at 9:30, 9 usually 9:30 latest. And there's times he's still on from 6 o'clock. I'm like, what the hell, Jim? I look the next morning and he's on like for 4 hours. Yeah, and obviously some of it is, financial, I'm assuming, for most of us. I mean, to buy everything I needed. And that was slowing me down like crazy when I was trying to put all those BD20s in and the AOU 10, whatever the hell it is they use. You know what I mean? Damn it, for the BD20s and that for the block detection and stuff. That slowed me down like crazy. In fact, I don't think I even finished it. And there was a lot of money that I was spending on something that, I do want to do. So I was trying to plan ahead. But at the same time, it was like, Jesus, I need to spend money on this stuff, but I'm spending it on that stuff because I'm trying to plan ahead. And, so you got to look at the financial end of it too a little bit. Good point, Jason. Plan ahead, know where you're going to insulate the different sections, have the sections, insulate those rails, drop your feeders or your block detect wires so that it's there. That's a good point. That's good advice, man. So, yeah, I'm going to get out of here, Closet Branch. Sorry, man. I start at 9, and, I like to try to keep it around an hour if I can. But sometimes I go over. Anyways, planning the modules now, preparing for the build. You're going to build it in a modular? I think I've heard you say that you're going to build it more like a module. So that's good. That's a good way to go. Yeah, Mike, I'll be right there behind you, buddy. Cutting the grass. Yeah, correct. All right, guys, I'm going to end this. I will talk to you guys later. See you guys next week. And have a good week. Enjoy the weekend. All right. Okay, bye for now. Thanks for joining.